Incremental greetings. So, before you buy SuperMemo, which version should you get? So here are some suggestions. Basically, obviously, you feel free to choose whatever you want. I will follow some suggestions based on my own experience with tutorials, people in the community, and so on. So, if you're new, you're just starting SuperMemo, get the 19, the latest version. If you're watching this later and the latest version is the 20, get the 20, the latest. It's slightly more expensive, but once you get a version, updating the version, you only pay half the price. And if you use my link, you get 10% off, by the way. What happens if you rely on SuperMemo Assistant because of the PDF, perhaps you use SuperMemo for college, most of the material are in PDF, so then you stick with SuperMemo 18, it's valid. If you already have it, SuperMemo 18, which is the next point, feel free to keep it. There's no massive need to update unless you want to use a new importer from Edge or Chrome. What you can also do is have both, the 18 and 19, because you can use both back and forth. You can use the same collection. There's no need to upgrade, downgrade every time or stuff like this. So when you rely on the assistant, you use the 18, and any other time you use the 19. And if you have already the SuperMemo 19, what you can do is updating to 19. Can be the case if you rely on the importer or you are a very advanced user and rely on the neural review. That we will see super late in the course because it's very advanced. At the beginning, I would simplify just the importer and a few bugs that have been fixed that are welcome. But there's no big jump between them. And lastly, if you don't want to spend any money, just use a 16. Or in any other words, the latest freeware version. If later is the 17, use a 17. It's good enough to get the basics. There is incremental ring in that version, but there are quite a lot of features not available. But for the getting familiar with it, it's enough. Actually, that's what I did. I started with SuperMemo 15 because it was freeware. And I used it for about 10 hours-ish. And then I moved to SuperMemo 18. And I have used it for hundreds, if not thousands of hours. So those are my recommendation. There is no need to get SuperMemo 17 now, just because it's cheaper. If you don't want to spend money, get a 16, and that's it. Then you rely on SuperMemo system, or you will, then get the version, the 18, and then you can buy the upgrade. So let's say that instead of buying 2 keys, you buy 1.5. It's cheaper this way, but it needs to be in this order. You get the 18, then you get the upgrade to the 19. And if you use my link both times, you get 10% off every single time. Cool. Remember that the course, it's using SuperMemo 19, with the exception of, for instance, SuperMemo Assistant that will be using the 18, and a few videos that are for those people that don't want to spend money. What's unique in the freeware versions. Caveats there are, but there are 20-something videos. The rest are using SuperMemo 19. So get the version you want and enjoy the course. See you incrementally.